Running. Hey, Ryan. Hey, guys who are joining us here. Hey, we've got this. So, yes, we do have the Super Retro-Cade that you can see in the middle of your screen. We just got this earlier today, and if you have not had a chance to do so yet, make sure that you check out our unboxing here on the channel. One of the cool things about it is it does come with two of these really nice 4-button, actually 6-button controllers. 4 on the face, 2 on top, your D-pad, start and select. And as you can see here, I'm moving around on screen, and we are going to check things out. This comes loaded with over 90 different games, including Double Dragon, the arcade version. Now, Ryan from CastlemaniaGames.com is here. Make sure, if you have not gotten one ordered yet, that you head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com. He will be more than happy to take that order from you. He should have them in the near future if he does not have them already. So just give you kind of a look at some of the games that come in the box or pre-installed. Combination of NES, Super NES, Genesis, and arcade games in here. And here you can kind of see both Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts. Gunsmoke is there. Final Fight. I thought it was interesting that you get the Super NES version, basically, I think it's Super NES of Final Fight, but the arcade version of Final Fight 2 and 3. I have a sneeze coming on, so I apologize. Double Dragon 1 and 3, the arcade version. Congo's Capers, which is like the third game in the... they're in stock at CastlemaniaGames.com, so thank you, Ryan, for that. Congo's Caper, which is basically the third game in the Joe and Max series. Captain Commando. I wonder if that's some dude running around like without any underwear on. That'd be weird. Let's see. Boogie Wings, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, Bionic Commando, both the arcade and the standard one. And some of these games I've never played. Like, I've never played the arcade version of Bionic Commando. I haven't even really played much of the NES version of Bionic Commando. But man, I got to see Double Dragon. I really got to see Double Dragon. But before we do, I'm going to go X. There's a filter option, and I can filter by... I was thinking that it was going to be filter like... you'd have CRT filters and stuff. So you can sort by name, publisher, genre, system, arcade, NES, Super NES, Genesis. So those are the 3, or your favorites. So we're going to sort by name, which is what we already had. And we are going to go down. I got to try Double Dragon. I need to try Double Dragon. Oh. So button configurations. X is punch up. A is jump. B is kick. And Y is player start. The select is insert coin. There is, you can load a save state. This does have an SD card slot in the back. So you can save to the SD card. You can add to favorites. Return to main menu. What happens if I hit settings? Or select for settings? Oh, it just brings me back here. Let's start game. I'll bump up the volume a little bit, just so that I can hear it too. Why did it take me back here? Did I hit the wrong thing? So, start game. There we go. Looks great. I'm just going to load in a bunch of credits right away. Man, this looks amazing. Now, it's coming through on my TV at 16:9, but it does have a box around the screen, basically. Oh, that's awesome. Man, this thing looks great. I mean, this is... I remember going to Sammy's Burger Place in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, right next door to Trackside Hobbies, the second Trackside Hobbies, and sticking just a ton of coins into their machine, along with Afterburner was another one I spent a lot of money on. One that I've never seen, or I at least haven't seen in years, is a game called APB. It was basically a police chase game, like around the same era as this. And again, this is the Retro-Cade. It's fast. That's one thing I'm already noticing is how fast like the moves and actions already are. Like the NES just felt super laggy and slow, and it's really smooth, and like the button responses and everything are pretty snappy. Speaking of that, and then I fall down there and it starts to lag a little bit. Yeah, holy lag, Batman. Let's try to get one of these characters to die, and hopefully that'll clear up some of the lag on here. And I'm the one who's going to die, aren't I? All right, let's go back out of here. So here's the in-game menu. You can return to games, load from a save slot, save the game, SD state, button mapping, game volume, restore defaults, or return to main menu. Loved APB. You're probably the only person I've ever heard bring it up. So that is, from the lag standpoint, that's kind of built into the game. The NES version does it too. So I'm going to filter, because I'm going to look through the arcade games first. System, NES, Genesis, arcade. There we go. So here's all the arcade games. So I want... oh, actually, I was backwards. It's Final Fight is the arcade version. 2 and 3 are the SNES version, it looks like. So let us go to Final Fight. L&R buttons control rotation on games like Heavy Barrel. You know what? I will check that out for you, John. How's that sound? So here we have Heavy Barrel. Yes, it does. Oh, I remember this game now. Holy crap. It kind of reminds me of an arcade version of Contra almost. Wow, this is... I do remember this game. I couldn't have told you the name before tonight, but yes, I do remember this game. Reminds me a bit, too, of Akari Warriors. Maybe a little bit of Smash TV, not to be confused with Smash JT. Oh, and I died. Holy crap. The one thing I kind of wish that I had, oh, and I died again, was a Turbo Fire. This is something that I would like the NES Advantage on, quite honestly. Or 2 of them, and then that way I could do the kind of like the Smash TV. Oh, I died. Definitely not my best game, but it's pretty neat. So, John, yes, the L&R will control your character rotation. I want to go... Let's go to Final Fight. So here is... Again, if you look in this screen, it'll kind of give you what the buttons do. So, once again, select is inserting coins. Start, player start. B is attack. A is jump. Looks like that's about it. So... Let's see what we have in Final Fight. There is a way that you can change the controls. Let's see. Norris, you can change the controls somewhat. So you can have Guy, Cody, or Hagar. I'm going to play as Guy. So I'm going to pause real quick. So button mapping, if you look right here, Norris, here's where you can map the buttons if you would like. So up, down, left, right, A, B, XL, however you would like to change it. So I'm going to clear out of here and return to game. Oop. Oh, this looks great. I mean, this is phenomenal. I remember playing this game in Christmas Mountain. It was basically, so I love my old man. Don't ever say otherwise, but man, he was a cheapskate when we were kids. So in Wisconsin, kind of towards the center part of the state, you may have heard of a place called the Wisconsin Dells. It is America's largest water park. If you'd ever want to stay there, you can call 1-800-22-DELLS to get specials and promotions on your stay. But so my dad, one year we went up to a place called Minocqua, which is kind of the central part of the state, more towards almost closer to the UP of Michigan than like Green Bay or Milwaukee. So we went to Minocqua for our summer vacation, and just like, oh crap, I forgot about that dude. And like the fishing was bad, the weather was craptastic, so we decided to actually leave our vacation in Minocqua early, thank God. But we actually went down to the Wisconsin Dells, which was like a 2.5, 3-hour drive from where we were at. And because my dad wanted to check out this new thing called a timeshare. And they had, in this one timeshare we looked at, it was called Christmas Mountain. And I remember in the pool area, they had this game, and it's the first time I played it. It was actually before the Super NES was even out. And I remember seeing, I think it was like right after I had seen this in the arcade, oh, you dirty bugger. I had seen pictures of this in like Nintendo Power and was totally geeked for it. Man, yeah, take that, that's right. Now, I'm not going to go through and like try to play or beat anything tonight. I'm just going to go through and try to just go through a bunch of games and see how it plays. You know, kind of prep myself a little bit. And basically, this is one of the ways that I do research for reviews, is I actually play the games. Let me know, too, in the comments. I know sometimes I can get loud. Do you guys, can you hear me well enough? Do you need me to turn my mic down or the mic on the, oh, you booger. The volume on the game up or down? Let me know and I can make adjustments on the fly. I want to at least beat this level, though. Ah, dirty rat, such and such. It's funny, I don't remember this being just a 2-button masher. Such a nice, like, follow-up to Double Dragon. Alright, so I just added a couple more coins, too. Alright, so Damo has been beaten. Appeared to mine a few weeks ago. Looking forward to getting it, hopefully hacking, put ROMs on it. Play ROMs, need to we ship pre-orders out on Monday. That's right. Thanks, Ryan, for volume information. So we're going to go back to the main level. As we're here, if there's any games you guys want me to test that are in here, just like we did Heavy Barrel a few minutes ago. Let's see. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of go through here and try a couple of different games. And these are just the arcade games as I have them in here right now. You know what? I have never played the arcade version, like I was saying earlier, of Bionic Commando. I'm going to check this out and see how this looks. it's neat the way that it reacts to you, like, putting in a coin. Pretty obvious I'd never played this game just from that, isn't it? Okay, so you don't... Like in the NES game, you would hit just up and it would take you up. This, you actually hit the button again, and it will... basically draw you in. Oh, you can use your claw as a weapon, too. That's kind of cool. Oh, but you can't, when you jump, there's no jump. I go down. Nope. Clearly something that I need to check out more. No! Okay, clearly I suck on that. Okay, check out the 3-pack. Let's turn to game menu. Is that in the... and I know I've got a little bit of a delay here, Ryan. Is that on the bottom of this screen? Is that the X Multiply game? Big upgrade from the last Retro-Bit system. Expecting greatness now on from them. Yeah, I will tell you... John, that, you know, I really liked the RES Plus system. It was very close for me between that system and the Gamers Tech 8-Bit HD, at least for the NES clones. I didn't care for the controller as much. Just in really, I know it sounds stupid, but I didn't like the start select position. So 3-pack. Oh, Three Wonders. Is that the one that you meant, Ryan? I'm betting that's the one that you meant. So, Three Wonders is a puzzle game developed and published by Capcom, which was released in Japan in '91. Warning, this game... There we go. So, oh, I remember, you know what? RGT85 did a video on what was the other version of this called? I can't remember. But check out RGT85's channel. He's got a video on basically last year's version of it, I'll call it, for lack of a better term. And these are basically, you've got an action game. Oops, I guess I'm going into the Midnight Wanderers. Oh, this is cool looking. The animation's really neat on this. Here's the thing, is that, you know what, you don't get arcade games anymore. You really don't. And if you get arcade games, it's like Daytona USA or some other stuff like... I mean, you don't get arcade games like this anymore. You can't go to an arcade and spend like, you know, a couple hours and burn through 20 bucks in quarters. Oh, neat upgrade to the weapon there. It's kind of like a crossbow. Oh, you know what? I looked down at the computer and I was not... Oh, so if you kind of see, he's like naked now, almost like in Ghouls and Ghosts or Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Oh, I was not watching what I was doing. Dude, that dude's freaking huge. Okay, this one is really cool. See, that's, you know, it's... I look at this as it's like a huge hidden gems, really system. There's so much in here that you probably never played or, never heard of. Ah, crap, couldn't quite get it. I just put a coin in. This game is actually really, really neat. The thing that I'm kind of surprised with, though, is, I mean, as much work as they've done with Data East and Capcom, I would have really liked the arcade version of RoboCop in here. I'm sure that had to do something with not having the movie rights anymore, I'm sure. But also the fact that there's no Street Fighter in here. I remember seeing this in, oh crap, in RGT's video, and the fact it reminded me in that one of Kirby. The first boss in Kirby. I didn't die, but... God, I suck. But I still killed him. Alright, so that was that game. I don't even remember what it was called, quite honestly. That one was part of 3 Wonders. That was the first one, which, let's start game. Ooh, I wonder if that came through, if you guys heard my neck crack there. Yeah, again, if you guys have not seen or have not ordered one of these yet and you really want one, make sure that you check out CastlemaniaGames.com. Ryan does have them available. So that was the Midnight Wanderers. I didn't want that. And that's a 3-pack of games there. I'm going to filter this time. Let's check out the NES games. And, okay, so here are all the NES games. Mighty Final Fight, Street Fighter 2010, a hard game. Section Z, if you've never had a chance to play, is outstanding. I actually have a version for the Famicom, and it is an amazing game. You know, Mega Man 2 is one that everybody knows, and it'd be a good test for people to be able to kind of check out and see what the graphics look like. Again, it's a familiar game. Let's see, I will start. Coupon codes work as usual, so if you want to use promo code ROX10, you can save 10%. Thanks for that, Ryan. I know, too, a little bit of shameless promotion here, too. You know, I know that everything wonky that's been going on, and a lot of people have been talking about with, Patreon. I do have everything set up in here for Super Chats, and also I'm starting to list my PayPal account in videos as well, for those who do want to support the show. I am so excited for Mega Man 11. I cannot wait. I'm actually surprised, though, in this that they did not include any of the Super NES, the Mega Man X, or the Mega Man 7. Not sure if that was me or the system. I'm going to pause for just a second. I want to make sure I don't have game mode turned on the TV. And... nope, I'm good, so... Alright, come on, get me out of here. Oh, that's what was throwing me off. Also, too, coming from Retro Bits, and this one is a little bit further off, but the Retro Trio Plus is also coming, which You can also pre-order at the castle. I'm digging the controller. I'm feeling, at least on Mega Man here, I'm feeling a little bit of lag. I did not feel anything in any of the earlier games. Let's check out Section Z, because this game is, it's kind of like Gradius, but you're more like in a mech, like, not Mech Warrior, but, oh, what am I thinking of? Robotech, that's what I'm thinking of. And this is one of those games where you press one button to shoot in front of you and one to shoot behind. Holy crap, that was kind of fast. Oh. Very, different sort of game. Just from your normal rail shooter. There we go. And really the in front and behind. Oh! Crud. Sorry about that. Shooting mechanics are definitely different. Oh, this is one of them where I have to go up. That's right. One of the games I do kind of wish that they would have put on here that we did not get in the States, which is flippin' awesome, is YY World 2. That's kind of like a... Oh, I think they call it a cute 'em up. I found out about that one from... Metal Jesus Rocks and John Riggs did a deal on that. So that's Section Z. Late December for the Retro Trio Plus. Thanks again, Ryan. I'm going to go back here. Let's go to System. Let's go to Super NES. And so R-Type 3 and Super R-Type, I thought were two, or I thought it was the same game, just one was localized for one area, one for another, because I have one for the Super NES, one for the Super Famicom. They are different games. So I felt stupid when I claimed they were the same game. Now, there's many reasons why I feel stupid. Just a little bit. Does have stereo sound there, like you saw. Now, this is the version I remember that was like from around the launch of the Super NES. Very, very similar to Gradius. Another great, great game. Excuse me. Soundtrack is one of the things I remember on this one was just amazing. Oh, those aren't power-ups. That would have been bad. Man, this thing looks great. You know, I know a lot of people want to hack their Super NES or the NES Classics and throw ROMs, or, oh, just get a RetroPie, man. Just get a RetroPie. Not that there's anything wrong with RetroPies. There's no need when you have something like this. I mean, this is pretty flippin' awesome. Now, this one, I do remember the slowdown on the cartridge version just like that, so that was definitely... They've done a good job in replicating the original. Oh, crap. I think this one takes me back up to the beginning, so that's what Super R-Type is. Let's go to R-Type 3. So that way you can kind of compare one versus the other. Player 1, Player 2 option. Let's see what are our options. Oh, different control configurations. Shot, auto shot, force, beam mode. Okay. I'll work with that. That works for me. Again, graphically, this thing just, it was great. I'm going to do that one. There is no such thing as too much, Ryan. That, if anyone tells you you have enough games, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. I was talking to Eugene Myers. Make sure you check out his channel here on YouTube as well. He does a lot of Let's Plays with like NES games. And he was talking about the fact that he's always wanted a Famicom, or a Super Famicom, I'm sorry. And he has been debating about just breaking off the tabs inside the Super NES so that way he can play Super Famicom games. I told him he just needs to buy himself a Super Famicom. You can get them dirt cheap, or, there's the clone systems out now that are really, really good. I know the Gamers Tech 16-bit HD that I reviewed on the channel is, oh crap, that's right there behind me, is really, really good. I like that system quite a bit. And then you also have, the Retro Trio. Oh, that's what happens when you talk and are fighting at the same time. There's the Retro Trio Plus that's coming. That'll do 8-bit and 16-bit systems. What else? Oh, the Classic 2, which actually I'm heading to Live Action Games here in Champaign, Illinois tomorrow to pick up my Classic 2 to do some review work. I'm actually debating talking to Adrian about filming that unboxing in the store. That's one of the things that's, if you have a local game shop, make sure that you do support them as much as possible, because there's no one really making retro games anymore. Although, as was it Sean, I think earlier tonight, showed his new old version of Super Street Fighter, or Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or whatever his, oh, I died again. Whatever his $100 version on RGT85's channel. Make sure you check out Sean. So let's see. Joe and Mac is a game I'm surprised fewer people know about. And the cool thing now, even if you don't have this system, Retrobit is re-releasing Joe and Mac on cartridge, available for pre-order at the Castle, castlemaniagames.com. And actually, I think, Ryan, you're in the chat here, if you could verify. I think it's all 3 games on one cartridge. This always kind of reminded me of Super Mario 3 and Super Mario World as far as the map system. God, it's been way too long since I've played this. Oh, that's right. You get the boomerang for a secondary weapon. Ah! There we go. So the neat thing about the boomerang, or the challenging thing, is, yes, you can throw them out there, but until you have, if you've thrown more than 3 out, you can't throw another one. And you can shoot up and down, or up. Can you shoot down? No. In a lot of ways, this kind of reminds me, too, of Adventure Island. And I don't know if it's just like the mindset that, hey, you're on an island and you're fighting different animals and such, and you can grab the... oh, crud. Grab different weapons. Now I could jump on the pterodactyl there, or pterodon, whichever it is, and try to get the fireballs that were... Oh, you dirty... Come here, you booger. But look at, look at the sprites here just for the dinosaur. Oh, I forgot. Part of it is me not taking the time to read the controls at the very beginning, but I forgot that if you hold down R, you run. And this is definitely one of the parts of the games where if you don't have a projectile weapon, things get harder. Giving you a little tail action there. And like I say, the I forget what they call the package, the retro games that are coming out with the Joe and Mac and 1, 2, and 3. I want to say they're under $30. I know they're under 50 for sure. So I mean, it's definitely less than when they were new. But man, it's just a really great series. Woohoo! I got a gift from a girl. So now I can either go there. Oh, there's... I think that's like a save point or something. And I can't go beyond here. So that's the first one. Save slot. I'm going to save... Oh, and that's basically how the save state works. While I'm waiting for this to finish loading, we're just going to check out the Twitter machine a little bit. Oh, John, by the way, shout out from Chicago. I am down, like I say, in Champaign. I'm originally from Milwaukee there, though, eh? You know, that's so, you know, north of the Cheddar Curtain there. You know, we tend to, tend not to like the people from Chicago. I'm actually a Bears fan, though. That's, so, child of the 80s, Milwaukee Brewers fan. I hate the Green Bay Packers. Being from Milwaukee, I hate the Packers. Sacrilege, I know. So that's Joe and Mac. Let's see here. I'm not going to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts because I suck at Ghouls and Ghosts. I am terrible at that game. Let's check out the Genesis games. Huh, Mercs. Well, you know, it has a Genesis game. So let's see. Arcade mode, original mode, options. We'll do arcade. $34.99 for the SNES carts from CastlemaniaGames.com. This seems almost like White House Down or Black or White House. What was it? Not Washington Has Fallen, because I know it's London Has Fallen is $29.99 for the NES retro carts. Okay, this is a little bit different than the I think it's Heavy Barrel that I was playing earlier, where the LNR would adjust like where you were aiming. LNR don't do anything, but again, this is based on a Genesis controller, so it would not have had the LNR functionality to be able to make make those adjustments. So one of the things, you know, some people have asked me over the years what kind of influences or has influenced me and my style, and and whatnot. So being from Milwaukee, I am a huge fan of Mr. Baseball Bob Uecker. Best announcer in any genre whatsoever. And I remember one of the stories, he used to do Monday Night Baseball with Howard Cosell. And he would like deliberately try to get a rise out of Cosell. And so one night, I guess Cosell said, "You're being rather truculent, but you probably don't even know what truculent means." So Uecker says, "Well, of course, Howard, I know what truculent means." "What does it mean, Bob?" "Well, truculent means if I need to move and I don't have a truck and you have a truck and you let me borrow the truck, that's the truck you lent." Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Uecker. You know, another, because they do have so many Capcom games on here and everything. Sorry, I had to move on from that bad joke. I kind of wish that they had Area 51. Great game for the Super NES. Clearly, I suck at that game, so I'm going to move on. Yeah, so Truculent. Just remember, Truculent. Let's just sort by name here. How's that? You know what? 1942 is always a great game. We'll play a little bit of that. And this is the arcade version, not the NES version. Just because I can, I loaded 20 credits. This would be awesome with an arcade stick. And actually, what this would be really cool on, too, if you've ever seen Nintendo, he has a tutorial on how to make a Switch arcade cabinet. This thing would be awesome to have hooked up to that if you could figure out a way to use arcade sticks. And Ryan in the chat was going to try something for me earlier on that we had discussed. Don't know if you've had a chance to test that particular option out or not. Oh no, I've only got 32 guys left. Sound is, I mean, granted, I'm going back to 86, 87 in my memory, but I mean, it. You know, here's the thing. Everybody gets worried about, well, how well does it recreate the arcade experience or the NES experience or what have you. The thing, you don't remember unless you have the actual hardware still. I don't remember what the arcade version of this sounded like, but I'll tell you, that didn't sound bad. It wasn't distracting. Let's go to 1943. Shoot, special, start game, move. Got it. I can remember that. Bob Uecker is the man. I absolutely love Bob Uecker. I actually have an autographed baseball from Mr. Baseball himself. When my mom, in the late 80s, early 90s, was going through her first bout of cancer, he actually autographed a baseball for my aunt to give to my mom, because my aunt worked at the flagship radio station for the Milwaukee Brewers at the time. Okay, 1942 is good. I forgot how great 1943 is. Look at the reflection in the clouds of the shadow. It's pretty cool. You know, one thing, you know, another game I used to play the hell out of in the arcades was Rampage. And I know there's the SNES or the NES port. I'm pretty sure there was a Genesis port and everything. That's another one too that I would love to see someone come out with, you know, a port of. It's and you can't offer everything to everyone. You just can't, and you have to draw the line with, you know, what you can offer to different people. You know, depending on what licensing agreements and everything you can get. But man, that would have been awesome to have. Another one, of course, Earthworm Jim. But I mean, that's that's kind of wishful thinking at this point. There's so many great games that there's just, you know, the company who published them aren't around anymore. You know, another one just, it was stupid fun, but Clay Fighter. Playing as Bad Mr. Frosty and the Blob and all that was just stupid fun. I am wishing right now that there was a turbo function on the controller. Oh, this must be a boss. Oh, and I died. Okay, 1943 plays great. Thanks, Ryan. Don't forget to support CastlemaniaGames.com. Use promo code ROX10 on your next purchase. And orders, I believe it is $25 and up. I think gets you free shipping. Check out CastlemaniaGames.com for more details on that. We're going to play for probably another 10 or 15 minutes before we end for the evening. So far, really a positive experience. If you have any questions on the system, probably within the next 4 or 5 minutes, make sure that you leave them in the comments. And I have never played Bad Dudes. So we are going to find out what this is all about. Wow. Kind of reminds me of a mix between Kung Fu and Double Dragon. Hey, it's Optimus Prime's trailer. That doesn't look like Roller. Oh, so I can jump down. That's cool to know. Again, never played this game ever. It's Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. Dude's turned heel. And that looked like Storm Shadow there. Okay, this is not a bad game at all. It's weird the way the two blue guys are right there, though, because it makes them kind of look like one guy that's not lagging, but like there's a graphics issue or something with it. Don't forget, too, if this is your first time coming to the channel, you can always go ahead and give us a subscribe. That way you... $20 and I'll get you free shipping. Play the arcade Bad Dudes, not the NES. All right, I will. Make sure that you give us a subscribe. That way, anytime we come out with new content, you're alerted to that. You can follow me on Twitter, too, at Rock Solid Studios. Twitter, just too much of a character limit to do Rock Solid Productions there, unfortunately. Okay, the sound, I will tell you already, is better on this. Holy crap. This is what I remember from the arcade, stuff like this. Now, I don't remember ever playing this, but I think I remember seeing this.
Got it.
Again, at Sammy's Burger Place there in the Falls, right next to Trackside. Actually, right across the street from my high school. Leave, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Got it.
Okay, this is pretty freaking awesome. I'm digging this. Much better than the NES version. And that has nothing to do with the port of it. It's just the arcade versus the home clone. Much better game. I mean, obviously the graphics are 12-bit. They're between 8-bit and 16-bit. I died. Got him. Stage 1 clear. That's all right. I'm gonna have to spend more time with the arcade version of Bad Dudes because that's pretty awesome. Burger Time is a classic arcade, but now is this the arcade version? Let's see. Bad Dudes, Bionic Commando. It's a Burger Time for the Burgermeister Burger. Or is it? Okay, listen to the background music. It sounds like the drum riff that Metal Jesus Rocks has in a lot of his videos. Just listen. You hear it, don't you? That sounds like the background music of Metal Jesus Rocks. All right, let's play some Super Burger Time. So Pepper is A or B, and that's it. Okay. Okay, so we need the... Alright, am I kind of getting stuck here? I honestly don't know that I've ever played Burger Time. So I thought the whole thing was that I have to, like... Or do I have to get the toppings actually on the bun? Oh, I have to jump on the bun. That's how it happens. Okay. That's weird. This is just super trippy. I got stuck on the ladder. Okay. Burger Time's kind of lame. Let's see. What else do we have? Are we filtered still by arcade? There we are. That's one thing that's a little irritating is the fact that it takes you... It doesn't store your last search result. Seriously, that's Metal Jesus Rocks' music. Thunder Blaster, Vigilante. I don't know that I've ever played Dodgeball or Super Dodgeball. Is Two Crude Dudes on the Retro-Cade? I'll check that in a second. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Oh. I still really don't have much of an idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, let's see. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Is the arcade okay, 2 crew dudes? Let me check for you. Josh, did you check out any of the SNES Classic stuff that I was telling you about earlier? Actually, pretty cool setups on there. Let's see. I wonder if it'd be under T for 2, or if it would have. I am not seeing 2 crew dudes. And it's not at the top either under, numerically either. Let's try some Double Dragon 3 here too before we call it a night. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. The 5 Ds of dodgeball. Now, I do apologize, but yeah, we will not be broadcasting on ESPN The Ocho. That'd be like $6 in quarters right there, man.
Mission 1.
America! Okay, this, I remember hearing about the arcade version of this game and how terrible it was. This has nothing to do with the system itself. It is emulating how the actual... Oh, good God, this is terrible. Okay, so and on something like this, you can totally cheat, too. It's like they tried to do like a halfway digitized character, and yet, oh God, the animation on this is terrible. It's bad. This is so terrible. It defies, and again, this isn't the system. This is the game. Because you guys have seen, how well this has played other games up to this point. So here, look at the way that the character just moves, the animation on here. It's just not good. Okay, I can't do it. I can't. I got to get out of here. Let's see. Any other final ones we're going to do? It is about... Oh, give you 15 more minutes. To the top of the hour, we'll play. Oh, Holy Diver! This is one that was only available in Japan on the Famicom. And is a pretty... Oh, Carlos, welcome from Bogota. Holy Diver was only available in Japan on the Famicom and is like one of those hidden gems that everyone talks about. And I forget who, this is actually, like the main character is based on like an 80s hair band lead singer or something. I can't remember who it's supposed to be. If you know in the chat, let me know. Ooh, just about got run over there. Not related to this exactly, but ooh, crud. I know a lot of people have been talking about what's been going on with Patreon and whatnot. We do have our Patreon set up at patreon.com/rocksolid to kind of help address some of those issues. We have added links to our PayPal accounts in some of our latest videos. In addition, you can also go ahead, like here, we do have the super chat functionality turned on. So you can always donate to the channel that way too. But I must say that the support over just the last couple of weeks and months has been outstanding. I can't thank everybody enough for coming by and watching my silly rear end play video games or talk about cord cutting or different new pieces of tech. Actually should have two completely not related to games at all, but unboxing and review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 should be up maybe early next week. Now, the person I saw, most talk about this was, I mentioned him a couple times tonight, has been John Riggs over at Rigged Games. Make sure you check John out. Awesome dude, one of the nicest guys. On the interweb tubes. Plus, if you follow John on his channel at Rigged Games, he does a lot of stuff where you can play along with him, like on some of the Jackbox games. I died. Like Fibbage and what else does he do? He does Fibbage. He does Use Your Words. Just a lot of really cool stuff that John does on there. Make sure that you check him out at Rigged Games here on YouTube. So that was Holy Diver! I know that's bad. That's terrible. It's terrible. What do we have here? Hammer and Harry. This is the arcade version. Jump, attack, player start. Let's see what Hammer and Harry's all about. Controller is really nice, too. I'm digging this. Interesting way that it loaded the ROM there. Winners don't use drugs. God, I forgot that they did that back in the day.
Let's get busy!
Okay, so I guess this is Harry, and Harry has a hammer. Hello, Captain Obvious. Oh, dude got me in the junk.
Let's get busy!
Oh, that's cool that you can pound the ground like that. Take it like the biatch you are. I just got killed by a bowl of noodles. Ronnie, James, and Dio, thank you very much. Yes, that is who Holy Diver is based on. This is a weird game. He had an album called Holy Diver. Thank you, Norris. Figured someone in the chat would know who that was. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I'm kind of not flying through, but going through, just giving you guys a sneak peek of a bunch of different titles. So it does have the arcade version of Mercs 2. Renegade. I remember Renegade. Had nothing to do with the Lorenzo Lamas TV show.
Good luck, kid. Good luck, kid. Good luck, kid.
Sad that I could remember Lorenzo Lamas' name, but could not remember the name of the... Oh, man. From Holy Diver. Okay, this is very cartoony in the way that it looks. So here's the interesting thing. So B punches left, and X is hitting to the right or punching to the right. Okay, that's it's just okay. What else do we have here in the last 9 minutes of our stream? You know, I don't think I've ever heard of Moto Race USA. Oh, it's like bump and jump. Okay, I've driven in LA, so let's see if this is anything like driving in LA. Oh, excuse me. Kind of like LA, because people drive like idiots. Actually, no. I'd rather drive in LA than Chicago, because... Oh, so B is gas, A is brake. Whoa. Where were you going, buddy? In a way, it almost reminds me a little bit and this is just, the over-the-top view and everything of, what was it? Spy Hunter. Man, Spy Hunter would have been great to have on this, but that was... I want to say Spy Hunter was Sunsoft. Batman would have been great to have on here, too. Again, that's a Sunsoft game. You're a dick! Okay, this game is terrible. But again, that's the game, it's not the system. The system is doing a great job. Menu is super snappy. It's easy to go back to. Thunder Blaster. You know, I have never played the arcade version of Strider either. Attack, jump, player, start. So let's play some Strider. Now, okay, so child of the 80s. One of the first games I ever beat was Strider for the NES. And I don't know if anyone remembers the video game VHS tapes you could get, but I used that to basically beat Strider. Yeah, this is drastically different. It's really cool, though. I'm digging it. The animation's pretty awesome. Yeah, I do wish Area 51 were on here. Wait, what's it called? Area 51? Oh, that's cool with the wall climb and everything. No, UN Squadron. That's what I'm thinking of. UN Squadron. I really wish UN Squadron was on here. Now, I have a ROM of it that I could play or whatever, but it's just not the same. I really wish the real, or not the real, but the game would be on here. That was a great flying shoot 'em up that I don't know if it was out for the launch of the Super NES and Super Famicom, but it was pretty close. Funny, too, how this is basically you're fighting in the old Soviet Union. Oh, those are bad. You're supposed to avoid those. Okay, we're not going to play this until the top of the hour. What else we got? 5 minutes yet. Dragon Breed. I don't know that I've ever heard of that. Became King of the Iron Age. Okay, we'll see what this is all about. I mean, that's the cool thing about this system, too, is the fact that it does have games I've never played or heard of. So, I mean, like, the NES Classic, Super NES Classic. I have them, I love them, but it's all stuff that I've played before, where this kind of gives me a first experience to play games for the first time, really. Okay, that's kind of neat. So you're on a dragon, and it's kind of a shoot 'em up. By the way, I hope you guys recently appreciated the I need to talk less and play more. The stuff that I threw in a couple of the earlier videos from, was it either last week or this week, where I threw in a couple references from UHF and from, oh, that's badass. UHF was on there, and also the Golden Child. So I want the knife. What's in the box? Nothing! Because everybody always thinks of 7 when, you know, thinking, what's in the box? What's in the box, man? What's in the flipping box? Animation on this is really flipping cool. I'm digging this. Oh, cool. You can do a charged shot, too. Dang it. Okay, that one's kind of neat. Saturday Night Slam Masters would have been... Basically, any of the arcade wrestling games would have been cool. I know a lot of those were Acclaim, LJN, and whatnot. Let's see. What is this? Kickle Cubicle. I've heard of that. Why have I heard of that? So, again, anyone else who's watched Metal Jesus Rocks, tell me this doesn't sound like his music in the background. Yes. So, what I'm talking about is Metal Jesus Rocks and his music. Okay, Legendary Wings I've heard of. I've never played. Flash, he saved every one of us. Not like that, he didn't. Okay, that's a lot better already. Okay, so it's a rail shooter, kind of like... Crap. Oh! Alright, so each time you get hit, it takes away one of your... Oh, crap. One of your hop-ups. Oh, that's not freaky at all. Okay. Let's see. Can we sneak one more in? We got 2 minutes. More Data East beat 'em ups. I believe it, or I agree with that as well. 10-yard fight. God, this reminds me of something off of the Trash 80. Oh my God, it's terrible. Ooh, that's kind of terrible too. I hope you guys didn't hear that one. Well, clearly this can't be the Chicago Bears because he just got a first down, I think. Nope, 2nd and 6. Yeah, that could be the Bears getting caught behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, that sucks. But again, it's not the system, it's the game. Blade Master. Oh, this looks freaking cool. I think I've heard about this. So I know I was gonna shut off at 11 o'clock. Yeah, we're gonna try this one, and when I'm done with this one, we will. Let's see. Do we want Sir Roy or do we want Sir Arnold? You'll take Roy. He's a bit of a girly man, but he can take care of himself, yeah. Again, as we're kind of wrapping up here, this is the Retro-Bit Super Retro-Cade. Just got it today. If you have not had a chance to do so, make sure you check out the unboxing here on the channel. Just posted that earlier today. These are available for order right now from CastlemaniaGames.com. And if you use promo code ROX10, you'll actually get to save 10% on your order. The Super NES Classics are going to be damn near impossible to get your hands on as we get closer to the holidays and whatnot. In fact, today may have been your last day to get one. I know Josh, who's in the chat, actually managed to get one from Best Buy. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button, and that way you get notifications every time we do live playthroughs like this. Also keeps you up to date when we do stuff like when we do post new videos, reviews, unboxings, how-tos. Hopefully soon we'll get the community button going here on the channel so we can kind of post some questions, get some feedback back and forth. You can follow me on Twitter at RockSolidStudio. Holy crap. Kind of got cornered there. Rock Solid Studios on Twitter. Of course, you're on YouTube, Facebook, facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. You can support the show on Patreon by going to patreon.com/RockSolid. You can also contribute directly to our PayPal page too. I know a lot of people are not happy with what Patreon is doing right now with their fees and whatnot. That would get you around that via PayPal. You can also use the super chat function while we are playing games as well for any donations too that you would like. Okay, this is a pretty neat hack and slash. And I don't know that I'd ever heard of it before. And I'm not normally a hack and slash player. I mean, I do like God of War, just because it's badass what Kratos can do. This thing is really cool. Oh, is there a timer on here? Oh, yeah, there is actually. There's a timer if you look in the middle of the screen. You know, make sure that the main thing is subscribe. That way that you make sure that you are kept up to date with any of the new and exciting stuff that we have coming out. I have some things I can't quite announce yet, but if you saw the unboxing of the ChargeN Pro 4K dock for the Switch, we have the review of that coming soon. Now that is basically upscaling to 4K. As we all know, there is no 4K content for the Switch at this time. I know we are working with Ryan at CastlemaniaGames.com to get some accessories for the Switch too. We're going to let time expire on this as we wrap up here. Man, I want to thank all of you guys for stopping by and watching tonight. I don't do many Let's Plays and whatnot and playthroughs, but this is one of those where, you know, new console and everything, definitely wanted to check out, see if you guys had any questions on the system itself too. You know, really, really cool. I gotta say, so one of the things, being an older gamer, you know, my hands tend to hurt after a while playing NES and Super NES games, just holding the controller. My index finger on this hand's a little bit stiff, but not bad. I mean, nothing like I would normally be after playing for an hour and a half, 2 hours on an NES or Super NES. This controller is really nice and comfortable. I'm digging it. Audio quality seemed great. I know some people aren't going to like, it's NES and Super NES, it should be 4:3 not 16:9. You have that setting in your TV. I know for this it didn't come through that way because I'm streaming through the box and everything, but really accurate as far as the recreation of the original games. Things that were kind of broken about the originals are still kind of broken, but things that are spot on are still really, really good. Final Fight was like awesome. I really, really, really dug Final Fight on here. Bad Dudes, the arcade version, I hadn't played it before. I want to play it some more. Holy Diver, great game. Joe and Mac, awesome game. Again, it's one of those things where if you haven't yet, you can also go ahead and order the NES and Super NES Data East cartridges from CastlemaniaGames.com. Now, Norris just asked the question, hopefully you can use a USB arcade stick with this. So one thing, and I will, hey, come here. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, what we're going to try to do. So if you've been here for a while tonight, I was talking to Ryan at Castlemania Games to ask if he had tested that certain something that we had talked about earlier today. Well, he has an item called the Magic Stick. And what the Magic Stick allows... Gonna be right? So what the Magic Stick allows you to do is it plugs into one of the USB ports on your Super NES. I'm sorry, not your Super NES. Wishful thinking. On your Switch. And then you can use PS3 or PS4 controllers. You can use Xbox 360 or Xbox One controllers. You can use basically any Bluetooth controller. And I know people are already going to complain, oh, it's a wired controller. I get that. It's got a 10-foot long cable on it. You guys have seen my setup in the other videos. I'm sitting on the couch, which is normally I've got the camera just to my right here is where the camera normally sits when I shoot. And the TV is actually right in front of me versus off on an angle. I have the console sitting on top of the TV stand, the top of the black stand you guys see in the videos. And I mean, I've got slack here on the controller cable. So really nice controller and controller cable. But if you can use that Magic Stick to be able to use wireless controllers, that would be pretty flippin' sweet. And it opens up the door to things like arcade sticks that work off of Bluetooth. It's really just got it right? Okay. So I know I've got a little bit of a lag here. Basically, I am seeing gameplay still on my screen. I'm going to hang out in the chat here for a little bit yet to see if you guys have any questions. But again, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. That way you are kept up to date anytime I do have new video content that comes out. I'm at, while I'm waiting on that to update, I want to check here at how many videos I currently have, because there's a lot on the channel. I can't see it from the phone, so I'm going to do it from the computer. Sorry, guys. Forgive me here. So let us go to our video manager. And this is all stuff you can't see because it's on my screen. Sorry. I have 93 videos. My goal is to be over 100 videos by the end of the year. So make sure that you stay subscribed. You can see what I'm coming up with. There's lots of new stuff coming. I'll probably end up doing like my game of the year recommendations for retro. Actually, I got to figure out what I want to do because I'm going to probably do like a retro clone system of the year. I'll probably end up doing first party game of the year, like for the Switch and for the PS4. Those are the two consoles I own and I play. Man, I wish Cuphead would come out for one of those two because I want to play Cuphead. But I'm not buying an Xbox just for Cuphead. And I'll have some other stuff here that we'll be covering too. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that button. I greatly appreciate everyone who does subscribe. If you hit the bell button, you can be kept up to date anytime that I do have new content out there. Follow me on Twitter at Rock Solid Studios, Facebook, facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. Here, let's see, Resistance Collector. Yes, he asked if I do you still RC? Yes, I still race RC cars and trucks. Kind of taking some time off from that right now just to focus on my personal channel. I do have a TLR 22.4 SR. I've had a chance to race once. I know some of the guys at the local tracks have been talking to guys that I work with, asking when I'm going to come out and race again. I just have not had time. I've been focusing on the channel. Classic 2 HD console full review. That will be coming. Like I mentioned, I will actually be picking that up tomorrow from Live Action Games in Champaign, Illinois. So hopefully that will come out in the near future. I actually will be on the road for quite a bit this weekend, so I will not have... why is that unlisted? That should not be unlisted. It needs to be public. And maybe that's one of the reasons... That's weird. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something, kind of caught my eye, and hey, something shiny. Yeah, we will have a Classic 2 review coming up on the site, unboxing and review within a couple of days, so keep an eye on that. One thing, I'm going to probably hold off on the review on that because I know I get a ton of questions. Does it work with Mario, or do the Super NES clones, do they work with Super Mario RPG? Do they work with the SNES games that use that special chipset? I just ordered today, or was it yesterday? No, it's today. A copy of the Super Famicom version of Super Mario RPG and of Yoshi's Story. Both use that same chipset that can cause problems with clone systems. Why did I go with the Super Famicom version versus the Super NES version? It was cheaper, and quite honestly, I'm not an RPG fan. I will never play the game for my own enjoyment. But it was a 2-pack. It came with both games right in there. So it was $20 for both games. I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. And actually, I have quite enjoyed playing Super Mario Island 2, or no, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and getting both of them for $20 from Japan. It was worth it for me to pull the trigger on. But I mean, that's until recently. Everything you guys saw on the channel was coming out of my pocket. Thanks to Retrobit for sending stuff along for us to do reviews on. Thanks to ChargeN Pro for sending the Switch dock. If you do want to have your products reviewed here on the channel, my contact information is down below. Email me, please, at rocksolidmail@gmail.com, and we can talk, definitely. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me tonight. I've been rambling for about 15 minutes here. Give you guys a last few seconds here in the chat if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to cut you loose for the evening. This will be archived for watching after the fact. If you are watching this after the fact, hi, we missed you. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so that way you know when we're doing this live again and you can join us. Actually, you know what I may do? I got to check and see what Riggs is doing, because if Riggs is not